What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel and welcome to this video on Tesla stock options. I want to show you exactly how I bought a contract for $163. Just a couple days later, sold it for $420. So if that's something that interests you, watch this video all the way to get the most amount of value. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is pull up a daily stock chart of Tesla, and the symbol is TSLA. Now this is what that looks like again on the daily time frame. Now what we're going to do is mark up a very important low set from August 18th. All right, so when we have that on our chart, that comes in around 212 and some change. So there was a gap down on October 19th. From the 18th to the 19th, there was a gap down for whatever reason. And we ended up trading below that low and then again down to the 195s. Now the $200 level, that is what most people would call a psychological level, institutional level, something to that effect. So we do see the market trade down to the 200s for a couple of days. Oh, sorry, into the 199s. The 190s right in here, and then we trade off of it. Now, the way we traded off of this, that matters to me, because when we gapped away from these levels here, I started paying attention to this gap. So if we were to mark up this gap with the yellow lines right in here, we traded into that on November 9th, and then we traded into the lower end on November 10th. So just after we traded into the lower end of this gap and below Thursday's low on that Friday, what I did is I sent a tweet out, and I will show you that in just a minute. I tweeted right there on November 10th. What I meant to say was I'm interested to see what it does here. What I ended up typing instead accidentally is I'd interested to see what Tesla does here. So again, that was on November 10th at 10:27 a.m. And on a smaller time frame, the timing actually looks a lot better. But in any case, what I'm saying is this is something that I want to long. I'm looking for higher pricing. So that Friday we closed higher, which is great. That Monday we gapped up a little bit, traded lower, rallied. And then Tuesdays when things got exponentially better for Tesla and for the stock options as well, given some volatility premium, I think. And so with that surge in price, one more day, we rallied up. So if you haven't already noticed by now, what I'm paying attention to is some of these gaps. So that gap was traded into the one here that was traded into the higher end of on November 15th. So that morning is when I woke up and decided to go ahead and close that position. I do think Tesla is still going to trade higher from here. And I actually do have stock in Tesla, not a recommendation, but I bought shares and that option contract down in here. So I'm in from like 209 or 210 on the stock side, the share side. So I'm still on that. I'm expecting higher pricing over the next couple of months. But in any case, 4 days straight of gains is pretty much the reason for that. So what I really want to grab your attention to is understanding buying in discounts, selling in premiums, right? Buy low, sell high. In other words, it's just a fancy way of saying that. So when we look at the low of April 27th, that was our low again of April of this entire range. And then we have a high up here on July 9th around 297, almost 300. So if we take this entire range, this low here, there is liquidity resting below that low because of this movement in here. So there's going to be stops from anyone that was long down in here or trying to ride the trend higher. Those stops are going to be taken from these lows and jammed right up to this low. So basically what I'm saying is Tesla on a weekly / daily time frame has traded lower to take stops. Okay. You could say weak longs as well. So what that means is anyone who's trying to long and they have tight stops, they're going to get basically pressured out of their stock. They're going to panic sell on the way lower. And that's fine because as you know that a lot of times as soon as someone sells, and this may even be you feel like as soon as you sell it, that's when your stock goes up, right? And that's what's happening here. So everyone gets knocked out. I believe that smart money steps in, right? I believe smart money is buying below old lows. And so that is something that I want to do as well. I want to buy below old lows. And so that gap just was perfect. It was right under this old low as well for potential accumulation and then a few days straight of gains. So again, that's how I was able to do that. And it's really not any more difficult than that. So if you want to know a little bit more, we'll go out to the weekly time frame. And so this is what that weekly time frame looks like. And so we're a little bit off of this low, but we do have some highs way up here at around 315, 320. So that was actually the strike price that I had for this option contract. And I think the expiry was in February. Now I meant to trade a little bit further out. I meant to trade either April or May. And so I ended up picking the wrong contract, in my opinion. So that is another reason why I wanted to get out. So from 163 to 420, it's not bad. I think it will do better over the next coming weeks. But if it does, I'm not going to regret, getting out. It's just, I traded the wrong contract and I can't hold on to, something that wasn't my original plan. But in any case, these highs up here, I feel like are going to be able to be targeted over the next coming months. So we'll have to see how it goes sometime in 2024, if that's going to be correct or not. And I'll probably make an update video, maybe not, I don't know. But in any case, that's what it was, the 320 strike price for February. So if you want to go look at it, you can. But yeah, those contracts were cheap out of the money options, and when they go your way really quickly, you can do pretty well. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for being here. Drop a like if you got some value, and subscribe so that way you don't miss future content. Now, if you really want to learn more, you can become a member of our Smart Money Stoics community, where we have our Discord. All of our members are in there. We have over 100 members right now. I drop book recommendations, and we have a lounge, like a voice chat and stuff like that. And it's really cool. So you get to meet everybody else, share your experience, and all of that good stuff. Okay. So be blessed, and I will see you in the next one.